breakthrough success. And as I was meditating and on out of anything I've ever seen that God has given me that describes success, that one powerful quote that I gave you, and that is, once I make up my mind to do something, God will orchestrate circumstances to align themselves in my favor. When I say or think I can't, my mind stops trying. But when I ask, how can I, my mind keeps searching till it finds a way. There is a way, and I will find it. And if not, by the grace of God, I will invent it. So I'm going to break that down to you 6 steps. I want you to get it inside out and teach it to everybody and everything that's moving, because these are 6 steps to breakthrough success. So number 1, it's called decisive intention. Decisive intention. You know the word decide, literally, side, that means kill, cut off, right? Suicide, homicide. I mean, side. So decisive intention. So again, that's the first part of this quote, decisive intention, and that's once I make up my mind to do something. Write that down. Once I make up my mind to do something. It's oftentimes I ask people, what do you want to do? And the first thing they tell me is what they don't want to do, which means they don't have their mind made up to do something. They made up their mind not to do something, but that's not the same. See, a team doesn't win by trying to play great defense. You can defend all day long, but you got to have some offense. You got to have a plan of attack. And so number 1, the first step to breakthrough success is decisive intention. Again, once I make up my mind to do something, and I actually have my name there. So put your name there. Decisive intention. Would you like to break through success and have incredible, massive breakthrough success? Well, of course. Well, you've got to have decisive intention. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Decisive intention. I mean, what is it? See, most people never have a breakthrough because they're focusing on trying to break through. You don't have a breakthrough by breaking through. Like the folks this weekend at the millionaire event, and I brought several folks up and taught them how to break board, and a couple folks how to break a couple. But again, the main thing I taught them was, don't try to break the board. You're going to put your hand 3 inches below the board. You're going to focus on breaking your hand 3 inches below the board. So most people never get a breakthrough because they never get their focus on what they're breaking to. See, when you say, Coach, 100K, and I'm focused on 200,000, freeing up 200,000 families. See, that's called decisive intention. Now you got something you're breaking to, and people that break to something, watch this, automatically break through something. But most people, my friend, they don't get the first base. They never taken the first step. And if you want to take the steps, it's just 6 simple steps, right, to break through success. Number 1 is decisive intention. Write it down. Once I make up my mind to do something. And again, it's once I make up my mind to do something. Not talk about something, not think, no, do something. So part number 1 of the 6 steps to success, decisive intention. Number 2, divine intervention. Divine intervention. See, whenever there's decisive intention, which, by the way, Job 22:28 says, thou shalt also decree a thing, and it shall be established unto thee. The book Napoleon Hill wrote, Think and Grow Rich, that was all based off of one scripture. It was like that movie years ago talking about The Secret. I was like, no, it's not a secret. It's a scripture. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So that's decisive intention. And once there's decisive intention, number 2, there's divine intervention. So many people talking about, I'm waiting on God. No, honey, he waiting on us. If we had any clue, any inclination of the great things that he wants to do through us. But again, my friend, it takes, number 1, decisive intention. And then after decisive intention, not before, now listen to me, after decisive intention comes divine intervention. And we have too many people that are looking for God to do some divine intervention, but you haven't made any decisive intentions. Come on, somebody. See, I'm telling you, nothing can resist the human will, which will stake even its existence on the extent of its purpose. Decisive intention then leads to divine intervention. So decisive intention is once I make up my mind to do something. Divine intervention is God will orchestrate circumstances to align themselves in my favor. Oh, that's good right there. See, whenever you have decisive intention, once I make up my mind to do something, then the next thing kicks in, divine intervention. God will orchestrate circumstances to align themselves in my favor. Isn't it a wonderful thing, my friend, when God intervenes? Isn't it a wonderful thing when God intercepts and all of a sudden, God will send the right alignments and God will start sending things. See, again, thou shalt also decree a thing and it shall be established unto thee. That's the decisive intention. And then it says, and the light shall shine upon thy ways. God starts that divine intervention. Come on, somebody. He starts to come in. He starts to shine a light and something you didn't understand before. All of a sudden, there it is. Somebody says, hey, you need to get this book. And you start reading the book, and bam, in that book is the answer that you need. It's called divine intervention. We always think of divine intervention of God just stepping in and doing everything. No. Divine intervention means God is, again, he'll orchestrate circumstances to align themselves in my favor. And all of a sudden, my friend, books, people, situations start coming to my life that have the very answer. Now, not to say that, again, he can sometimes and he will do it all by himself and just flex his muscle and show you how strong, but it never happens till first there's decisive intention. That's step number one. Then step number two, divine intervention. Step number three, doubtful interception. Write this down now. See, whenever you have decisive intention, once I make up my mind to do something, then divine intervention starts kicking in. God will orchestrate circumstances to align themselves in my favor. But then here's what happens, my friend, doubtful interception. In other words, my friend, whenever you find somebody that, again, has the decisive intention, that's step number one to their 6 steps to their breakthrough success. And then step number 2 kicks in, divine intervention. But here's what the part that we don't like. That's step number 3, doubtful interception. In other words, there's going to be, it's like, wait a minute. Do I understand what I just said? Do I understand I just put myself out on a limb? Do I really think I can do it? So all of a sudden the doubt, and that's the part where I say, again, doubtful interception is when I say or think I can't, my mind stops trying. So decisive intention, once I make up my mind to do something. And then number 2, divine intervention. God will orchestrate circumstances to align themselves in my favor. Then number 3, doubtful interception. When I say or think I can't, my mind stops trying. And folks, you got to make up your mind, and that is don't pluck up in doubt what you've planted in faith. Matter of fact, I like to put it this way. Don't pluck up in bad doubt what you've planted in good faith. See, in good faith. See, when you made the decisive intention, watch this now, that was good faith. But now down the road, see, because sometimes it doesn't happen. Things don't happen as fast as we'd like them to happen. That's when the doubtful interception tries to come in. And then you start, so when I say or think I can't, my mind stops trying, right? So all of a sudden you start doubting. Well, I wonder if, maybe I jumped the gun. Well, maybe, no. You're on your way to success, but you're only halfway there. You're only on the 3rd step, my friend. You got 3 more to go. So again, once there's decisive intention, once I make up my mind to do something. Number 2, divine intervention, step number 2, then God will orchestrate circumstances to align themselves in my favor. But then step 3, doubtful interception comes in to try to intercept. It's trying to intercept you from getting your blessing. And that's when I say or think I can't, my mind stops trying. See, if you think you are beaten, you are. And if you think you dare not, you won't. If you'd like to win but think you can, it's almost a cinch you won't. If you think you will lose, you've already lost. For this powerful truth we find, success begins with a person's will. It's all a state of mind. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger woman or man, but sooner or later those who win are those who first think and then know that they can. But see, doubtful interception is going to come in. You remember hearing Tawana Williams and how she said her husband Toby said, God told me to tell you you can draw. And so when I get home from work, have a picture ready. And she's like, he must be tripping. What are you talking about? And she said she sat there, and after a while she got to thinking, well, wait a minute, he's never lied to me. And besides that, it's getting close to the time Toby's going to be coming home from work. I better get busy. And she just starts drawing with her feet. She didn't have any hands, right? She's born without arms, so she's just using what she had, and she's using her feet, and she draws what's in front of her, the clock, the television set, the plant, she just draws. And by the time Toby comes home, she's ecstatic. She's excited. She's like, Toby, look what I did. I did it. You were right. And he says he wasn't even excited. He said, I told you. But she said this, I almost talked myself out of it. And, we were speaking not long ago in Duncanville, Texas, and she said to the crowd, we were both speaking, but she said, that's a time when I almost talked myself out of something. And she said, now, what is it you're almost talking yourself out of, or what have you been talking yourself out of? See, I put a post on Facebook not long ago, and it's a sign that says, don't feed your fears. Come on, don't feed your fears. So doubtful interception, when I say or think I can't, my mind stops trying. So then number 4, we got to have directed inquisition. Number 4, we got to have directed inquisition. And the word inquisition simply means a period of prolonged questioning or investigation. So step number 1, decisive intention. Once I make up my mind to do something. Step number 2, divine intervention. God will orchestrate circumstances to align themselves in my favor. Step number 3, doubtful interception. When I say or think I can't, my mind stops trying. But then number 4, directed inquisition. And that is, but when I ask, how can I? My mind keeps searching until it finds a way. Directed inquisition. But when I ask, how can I? My mind keeps searching until it finds a way. So let's put all 4 steps together here. And that is, once I make up my mind to do something, God will orchestrate circumstances to align themselves in my favor. When I say or think I can't, my mind stops trying. But when I ask, how can I? My mind keeps searching until it finds a way. See, somebody said by the yard it's hard, but by the inch it's a sin. So just take 6 steps. Just 6 steps. Number 1, decisive intention. 6 steps. Now the next one, divine intervention. The 3rd step, doubtful interception. The 4th step, directed inquisition. And again, but when I ask, how can I? My mind keeps searching until it finds a way. Oh, you think the computer is so powerful, but you forgot that the computer was designed from one part of your mind. Did you hear what I said? I said, you're all excited. You're all ecstatic about the ability that computers have, and especially, my Mac computer, and all the different things it can do and the different windows you could be working on all at the same time. And yet that was designed from just part of your mind, my friend. I'm saying, listen, so you got to get that directed inquisition. But when I ask, how can I, my mind keeps searching until it finds a way. And then that leads you to step number 5, which means you're almost there now. Step number 5, and that is detecting information. Step number 5, detecting information. That's right, like a detective, right? Detecting information. There is a way, and I will find it. That's the 5th step. Detecting information. There is a way, and I will find it. I'm telling you, I was thinking this morning, when Scripture says there's no temptation taken you but such as is common to man. So you may have think, well, nobody else has experienced what I'm experiencing. No, it's common. Somebody else had that. And again, it may be a little different twist, but somebody else. And by the way, somebody else has been down that road. And again, so you got to have that detecting information. There's a way, and I will find it. Right? The thing I'm trying to get done. There's a way, and I will find it. So listen, my friend. I'm telling you, you've got to understand these 6 steps. And then number 6, the final one, is determined invention. Determined invention. So again, once you detect the information, detecting information, there is a way, and I will find it. Well, determined invention says, and if not, by the grace of God, I will invent it. How many of you have heard years ago, maybe, I don't know, you heard your mom or grandma say, necessity is the mother of invention, right? See, the many great inventions that have happened and are happening is simply because people, some of them may not have known this, but they've taken these 6 steps to breakthrough success. That's where the inventions come. Because first there was a decisive intention. Once I make up my mind to do something. See, some of you haven't made up your mind yet. That's why number 2, divine intervention doesn't kick in. You don't get divine intervention unless you first have decisive intention. So what is it you really want to do? What is your purpose in life? What is it that you would like to see happen? Listen, make up your mind. And so watch this. So the step number 1, once I make up my mind to do something, that's decisive intention. Step number 2 kicks in, divine intervention. God will orchestrate circumstances to align themselves in my favor. Wait a minute, though. There's always going to be number 3, doubtful interception. When I say or think I can't, my mind stops trying. And so many times people stop right there, talk themselves and think themselves out of success. But no, you got to go to step number 4, directed inquisition. And again, but when I ask, how can I, my mind keeps searching until it finds a way. But when I ask, how can I, my mind keeps searching till it finds a way. And then there's detecting information. That is, there is a way and I will find it. Ooh, I like that. There is a way and I will find it. And then step number 6, just in case 5 is not enough, because 5 oftentimes is enough. But if not, then you got to go to step number 6, determined invention. And if not, by the grace of God, I will invent it. Again, my friend, Desmond Israeli said it best, and I'm going to say it again. Nothing can resist a human will, which will stake even its existence on the extent of its purpose. Calvin Coolidge said, nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful men with talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Education will not. The world is full of educated derelicts. Persistence and determination alone are almost omnipotent by Calvin Coolidge. So 6 steps to breakthrough success. Where are you at? Are you just on step number 1? Well, then you got to go step number 2. And you got, if you're on step number 2, hey, it's time to hit step number 3. And maybe some of you on step number 3. And maybe you fumbled. Maybe you allowed the doubtful interception to get, okay, my friend, pick back up. That's fine. And then go to number 4, directed inquisition. And then number 5, detecting information. And then you hit number 6, determined invention. And you put it all together. And it says, once I make up my mind to do something. And here's the way I do it when I do mine in the morning and sometimes in the afternoon. Once Stan makes up his mind to do something, God will orchestrate circumstances to align themselves in his favor. When Stan says or thinks, I can't, he can't, his mind stops trying. But when he asks, how can I, his mind keeps searching until it finds a way. There is a way, and Stan will find it. And if not, by the grace of God, Stan will invent it. And my friend, I'm telling you, those 6 simple steps to breakthrough success. Show me anybody who's successful in any field, and they've gone through those 6 steps. They may not have broken it down like that. They may not have understood. They may not have had the wording like this. But I'm telling you, my friend, this is the process. This is the formula. And by the way, a formula is something that works every time by everyone that works it. You're just 6 steps from massive breakthrough success. And some of you have already taken the first step. Some of you have taken 2 steps. You're 4 steps away. Some have taken 3 steps. You're just 3 steps away. Some of you have taken 4 steps. Some have taken 5. And listen, my friend, sometimes 5 will get it. If not, 6 will get it for sure. So, my friend, my name is Dr. Stan Harris. They call me Dr. Breakthrough. I believe in you, and I've dedicated my life to empowering, educating, and elevating people to break through any barrier that would hinder their success. And I do that by empowering them to break to the best version, or at least a better version of themselves. Why? Because I aspire to inspire breakthroughs, even after I've expired. God bless you.